Hello, today we are going to be talking all about passing the hair weaving PSI Texas Practical. Okay, I'm Smart Cookie and I recently passed the hair weaving practical and I want to teach y'all how to do it. I wish this video was out when I needed it, but I still winged it, I still passed it. So let's get started. Okay, it's all going to start with this kit and make sure that you have everything that you need in the kit. Nothing else needs to be in there. You see how this one is clean? There's nothing else. And it needs to say pre-sanitize just to take care of yourself and to cover yourself. Make sure it says pre-sanitize on the front and on the back. And only the things that you're going to needs to be in this kit. Nothing else. If it's something else in there, get it out before you take your test. Okay. A little bit about the hair weaving. Okay, it's 6 parts, so you guys. So it starts with the kit, but let me back up a little bit. It starts with how you look because you need to be dressed in the hair world. What they call professional is going to be something that's all black, okay? So you see I have on just some sweats. I just got on a black shirt. You might want to have on some tennis shoes because my examiner was not very meticulous, but you might want to have on some black shoes. So having on something all black because in the hair world, you don't want to have on nothing white that blood could get on, or in hair weaving you shouldn't have no chemicals, so nothing that some blood can get on. You don't want that on your clothes, right? Make sure you do your makeup. Make sure you're looking pretty. Make sure you're if it was me, I would probably have some weave in my hair to show that I wear weave or extensions since it is hair weaving. Okay, so look pretty. See, I just got a simple ponytail. Okay, and then I have my kit. For those of you that want to know where I got my kit from, this kit came from Michael's. I don't remember how much it costs, but don't let anyone tell you anything is ugly about your kit or there's a certain, no. Get this one at Michael's. You can see it fits everything. Okay, let me pull this a little closer. Next, you want to have everything labeled, right? Because I'm supposed to get back here to my table because, and the reason why I'm showing you guys this is because all of the tests, I believe now, are via virtual. I tried to go to a testing center. They didn't have any, okay? So I'm going to show y'all today how to pass this test the very first time, okay? You ain't going to have to take it no more. So you want to have your tripod too. You want to have it somewhere nearby. If you can have it, right here in the scene so they can see you, have it right there in the scene. Okay. In this kit for hair weaving, this is the only stuff you need. Hold on, let me cut another light on so y'all can see everything. Make sure your place is well lit too, because they're going to have you scan the room. And they're going to tell you if anybody walked through the door. So make sure you plan this at a time when no one's coming to your home or you're in an area where no one's going to be there. Have a clock on the wall. It's a good thing because it's have a clock on the wall. If you can't, just let them take them few little points off. Because the point is passing. It doesn't matter if you make a 70 or if you make 100. Who gonna know? Nobody. The people who hair you doing, they're not gonna say, girl, did you make a 70 or did you make a 90? They're not gonna know. They're gonna know that you got your license and that's all they need to know. Okay. So in this kit, this is what you're gonna need. And on the first few minutes, they're going to give you some time. This is a grading. This is something they grade you on. They're going to tell you, pull out your kit and then set it up. You open up before you open it up, you show it to the camera to let them see. It say pre-sanitize. That means everything in here is clean, okay? Because sanitation is a big part of it. Like 3 of the 6 parts of sanitation. Okay, so you're going to pull out your kit. And you're going to start setting your stuff up. Paper towels. You need that to show that, to simulate that you are cleaning in between each service, right? You're going to need your mannequin. Prop her on the tripod. Okay. Towels. One part of the test is you're going to have to show how to put on a cape. I brought some extra towels because if you drop a towel, you can't pick that up. So you go with the next towel. I would say do all light color towels. And when I set up the mannequin, you're going to understand why I said that. Okay, so set your towels up. This can just be water. They don't know because they ain't at your house. They don't know. It needs to be a bottle that says EPA disinfectant. Y'all got that? EPA disinfectant. That's what this, some bottle needs to say that. Whatever, clear, whatever. They don't know. Just have a bottle stating that, right? Okay. Then you're going to have some Germ-X or hand sanitizer. Make sure that this hand sanitizer has a date on it that shows that it's not expired. Some of those examiners, they get real particular. It's no BSing with them. They want to make sure. So make sure your hand sanitizer is not expired, because you're going to put this on your hands in between the services that you're required to do. And you're going to do it every time because you don't want them to knock off. Because remember, sanitation is a major part of the test here in Texas. Okay, so you got your, let's just put this back here. Paper towels, EPA certified, EPA disinfectant. You're going to need your blood exposure kit. And label your stuff exactly like how I'm labeling it. This right here is what you're going to do to simulate a blood exposure incident. This is just the first aid kit. You can get it at Walmart, anywhere, $1, $2, something like that. But you're going to need one, just one. I will put that over here with all my EPA stuff. Do y'all see that? I will put it all over here with this stuff. Then, everything from here, from there on, needs to be in the bag. Okay? This is how you're going to be guaranteed to pass it. Put this kit back here at the back. Pull this tape out because you're going to need this tape. I'll put it somewhere here in the front. But you need to go quickly because they only give you so much time to put this crap together, right? So put all these things in one area. However, if you're right-handed, left-handed, whatever you need to grab. Everything else needs to be in bags, just like this. I believe I have 4 little bags and maybe 6 big bags. You don't need no labeling strip. It ain't even that serious. Get you a black permanent marker and just write the stuff down. So since this is hair weaving, what I have was, I'm going to pick that up in a few minutes. But if you drop some, don't pick it up. Go in your bag and get some more. Okay, sew-in needles. Okay, neck strips. Gotta have a neck strip. Shears. Make sure you are using hair cosmetology lingo. These are not scissors. These are shears. What did I drop that you ain't gonna pick up is hair clips, okay? You need some hair clips. They are very essential for your setup. Clean capes. You see that? Clean capes. A smock or a cape for yourself, and a smock or a cape, just a cape for your client, your dolly right here, okay? Clean combs. Have about 6 of them in here because you're going to be performing like 3 services. So have about 6 just in case you drop one. Do not, and I mean do not, if you got a habit of putting stuff in your mouth, don't put nothing in your mouth. You're going to be out of there. Do not put nothing in your mouth. Let it fall to the ground and get another one. Hair extension hair, okay? Because that's what you're going to need. Because remember, this is the hair weaving practical for PSI, Texas. Clean gloves. You got to have clean gloves and have 2 pairs. You need clean gloves for that blood exposure. Last but not least, you got a trash bag, and you need to have a dirty comb bag. Okay. Once you get set up, now don't be doing slow poke like how I was doing. You hurry up and get that stuff out because they timing you on it, right? You get this stuff out, and you are going to tape. You're going to take this bag, this dirty comb bag, and take this trash bag in the front of your station. So if you don't have like a table, like a, if you don't have one of those regular little rectangle black tables, don't worry about that. Use your table, your dinner table that you eat on at home. Okay, so that's the first thing. You're gonna take those together, then you're gonna stand to the side and you're gonna wait for them to call on you to do the next thing, right? So let's just pretend, because Smart Cookie does not know where this ends and where this begins, and I'm not going to make this video unnecessarily long. I can just tell y'all what to do. Just follow what I say. Okay. So you got these things taped on there, letting them know, hey, if something drop, this is where I'm putting it. If something drop on the ground, don't bend down and touch it at all. Don't. And if you do, please don't. But if you do, get some hand sanitizer immediately and clean your hands. Okay. So you got all your stuff up here. Boom, you standing to the side, you're waiting. The next thing they're going to say is put your mannequin together. Okay, this is the proper way to put your mannequin together. Oh, wait a minute. Before that, they're going to say, get your setup. So that's your setup, right? In your setup, what you're going to do is you're going to go on ahead and put your smock on. Go on ahead and put your smock on. I just had this one. Don't drop this up. Don't pick this up if this drops. Make sure you have two in there just in case. So I had on one just like this, because why hairstylists, they don't need nothing getting dirty on they good clothes either, right? Okay, so make sure you have that, because they will probably take some points off for that, okay? So next, they're going to say, get your mannequin ready. You're going to pull your mannequin to the front, okay? Get her hair. Before you do anything, don't do nothing to the hair, okay? You're going to go straight to get one of these neck strips. Neck strip, Sanex strip, whatever you want to call it. Go straight to your bag. Get that neck strip, because this is a part of sanitation. Tie that on there. Tie the neck strip on. And then, okay, tie the neck strip on. It shouldn't be seen at the back, right? Then what you want to do is you want to have your client's cape and a towel. Keep it all in your hands. If you can't, go slow and do it one at a time. Everybody can't do what everybody else can do, but you know what you can do, okay? So put the towel on. This is why this is important. You need to be able to see this towel and this neck strip. That's why I said I would do something. I wouldn't do white. I like the lighter color, but I'm going to show you a little trick to this. Okay, so you pull the pull the towel back behind to the back. Put this, I use a child's cape because it could fit these mannequins, okay, and these tripods. So you're going to pull this because they're tighter. They have smaller for a little small neck. Get this around, and then, hold on, I'm going to put a button on there. Okay. Come on, button. Get that button that all up, right? But take this neck part of this towel. Make sure you can pull the towel down and fold it down so you can still see that neck strip. Because you need to be able to see that. Y'all see how I did that? Okay. So that's a part of the mannequin preparation. The last part of the mannequin preparation is you're going to take one of your clean combs. You're going to show where it says clean comb. Take the clean comb. Do this in a T. I might not be able to do it perfectly today because I just passed my test and I'm making this video to show y'all. So do a T, which is from the forehead to the crown, forehead to the back, right? And then do the sides. So she still got this little ugly braid in here that I did. But it don't matter because I passed, right? Okay. And then separate the hair like this. Don't have nothing hanging on your shirt. Do not. Have this other side like this. And then you're going to go to clipping this hair up. Have some extra clips. It's 4 parts in that T, but have some extra clips because you just never know. Yeah, show them these are the clips. Then get to going. Because you only got so many minutes to do this, and you do not need to fail from being a slow poke and taking all day and not getting the job done. Because this is just too easy, and the money is just too great. And some of y'all are, I mean, amazing with doing hair, but you don't have that license, and that license is holding you back. And this is what's going to get it here in Texas, okay? Because, honey, as a woman of color, you need a degree and a trade, okay? That's a little nugget that Smart Cookie is giving you. So, you're going to take the back, whirl it around. Y'all don't be laughing, making fun of me either. We get into the bag, okay? Think about that bag. Think about the tape ends you finna do for $600 to $1,000. Don't be worried about laughing and joking at stuff that don't matter. Okay, this is what matters, is getting that test done the first time. You just spent all them 300 hours in that classroom. I know some of y'all got some crazy instructors. Dealt with that crazy heifer. Okay, so it needs to look like this. 2 at the front, 2 at the back. Boom, that's your mannequin setup. Then you come over to the side. Oh, dirty comb. You're going to put that in your dirty comb. Hold on. You're going to put that in your dirty comb bag. Put that to your dirty comb bag. Because remember, it's hanging. I didn't put mine up here, but it's hanging somewhere. Let them know that's going in the dirty comb bag, and then you're going to stand to the side, and they're going to ask you to go to the next section. Okay. Now, for me, the very first service that they asked me to do was the hardest for me. But it may not be for you. Some of y'all heifers been doing hair for a very long time, okay? So y'all already know how to do this. When I went to school, I didn't know how to braid because my mama didn't do that, okay? I didn't know how to braid, and my school had to teach me everything, okay? So, the very first service they asked me to do, y'all, was to sew in, do a cornrow and sew on a weft. So, that's what you're going to do. So, now we done went through 3 of the services, right? So, you're going to take these at the back down and get to working. Wherever you're going to do it. I did mine at the back because it was the easiest. The second service that they asked me to do was to do the box braid with the hair extension. As you see, I picked one side. I did the box braid with the hair extension. Lastly, they asked me to assimilate a blood exposure. I chose the ear because for me it was easier than anything else. I act like the client. You're not talking either. You're just doing what they say. I chose the ear. And remember, you're putting some hand sanitizer on between you do each service. They're not gonna have you do this cape thing anymore. You're gonna do that just once. I put some hand sanitizer on my hands. Then I put a pair of gloves on. Then I took the little alcohol pad that was out of my blood exposure kit. I don't have any more because I didn't use them all. I took the little thing out, assimilated that I was doing cleaning the ear. Then you want to get a paper towel, pat it dry, and then you want to come back with a Band-Aid, put it on there, boom, that one's done. Now remember, between each service, when they say, okay, now go on ahead and do the cornrow and sew on the weft. Clean your hands every time. Get this hand sanitizer and clean it every time. Not only that, but you also, every time they say a service, you want to get you some paper towel, pull it off. They say the next service, spray, act like you spraying, wipe it down, and put this in the trash bag. In between each service, don't get so nervous and forget that. Try to. But remember, the goal is to pass. It doesn't matter if you make a 70 or if you make a 100, okay? Well, I am Smart Cookie, and I hope this information was helpful for all the girls that are taking the hair weaving practical PSI for the state of Texas. I'll catch you guys later.